Now, in the garden, loads of great things happen. And today, something else is going to happen that's great. We're going to find out a little bit about some of those diets that people have been going on to achieve weight loss. We have Cynthia Onyekwere here. Now, she is a licensed dietitian, right?
Yes.
And nutritionist. And of course, we've had her on the show before to talk about so many different things. Talk to us about some of these weight loss trends that actually could be bad for us.
Okay, thank you for having me. The first I would like to talk about is slimming tea.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people, slimming teas have been trending for quite some time.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people take certain teas because they tell them that when they take these teas, it should help them to lose weight. But the actual thing about how these slimming teas work is that they have laxatives and diuretics. Now, those substances make them to pass a lot of water through their stools and urine. And then when they use it over a long period of time, they become prone to becoming dehydrated.
Okay.
So, and when they lose the weight, it's not like as if it's fat or muscle that they've lost. It's actually water weight that they've lost, because the body is made up of 50 to 60% water by weight. So when you expose yourself to slimming teas and you begin to stool excessively, you lose a lot of water. And then when you climb the scale and check your weight, you feel your weight will actually drop because you've lost a significant amount of water.
So it's just the water you've lost.
It's just the water you've
lost. Actually lost any fat.
The fat is still there. You've
All
not
right.
lost the fat. It's the water that you've lost.
So no to slimming teas.
No to slimming teas, yes.
Okay, so those slimming teas and detox teas are in the market for a reason, right? So people have been told, you know, they have some toxins in their bodies, and you know, once in a while, maybe once a month, they need to detox. You're not saying detoxing is bad.
Now, when this issue of detoxing is very controversial.
Okay.
Where I have issues with it is where people tell others to detox regularly without any indication for it. Okay. Now, what is detoxification? It's just getting rid of the toxins that we've acquired from the environment or that come out as a result of certain processes that goes on in the body.
Okay.
Now, God has placed a natural method, a natural way of us detoxifying our bodies. Right. We can detoxify. We don't do this consciously. It's something that goes on without our notice, and it's the lungs, the liver, the kidney, the skin that helps us detoxifying, helping us to get rid of this toxin. So there is really no need for you to go and be detoxifying once a month or twice a month, except in a case whereby you're critically ill. And for you to even get to that point, you'd have to be admitted in the hospital.
Or at least checked by a doctor.
Checked by a doctor.
Okay, all right. So we have some things here. We have orange, watermelon, we have pawpaw here. We also have tea here. And we have a smoothie maker here on set. So what are you trying to demonstrate here? Okay,
what I'm trying to demonstrate is that another trending weight loss diet is intake of smoothies alone to lose weight. Now, taking smoothies alone is not ideal because smoothies are not an ideal meal. Now, when we talk about what makes up a meal, your foods are supposed to be gotten from the different food groups that give you carbohydrate, fat, protein, and other essential nutrients. Now, smoothies contain just carbohydrates alone. So if you're taking only smoothies, that means your diet is lacking in fats, is lacking in protein, and other essential nutrients. And why it seems as if those on smoothies, slimming teas and detox teas lose weight drastically, like I explained earlier, is one, they lose a lot of water, and there is a serious calorie deficit.
All right, so I love my smoothies, right? So when is it actually right to take a smoothie?
Now, if you're tired of eating your fruit just like that and you want to do something interesting, you can make a smoothie out of your fruits.
Okay.
And if you're also trying to maybe encourage your child to eat more, and maybe your child is the type that doesn't like taking fruits, you can make it into a smoothie, more or less like a drink for him to take. But taking smoothies alone, morning, afternoon, and night, as a means of losing weight is not ideal.
All right, so now this bottle is on set. Why? What is this?
Okay, it's just to demonstrate how people move about with their slimming teas and their detox teas. Okay. So most times when they finish making the slimming teas, they tend to transfer it into bottles like this, and then they go everywhere with it. So the thing is, a lot of people just do what is trending without actually knowing the importance or the essence. So, you know, it makes it so handy whenever they're at work or on the go, they always have access to their slimming teas because they've been told that you need to take this amount on a daily basis to be able to, you know, lose an amount of weight.
If I fill this with water, am I good?
You're good to go.
Okay.
You're good to go.
Now, there's something they call detox water. Detox water, I think they put the fruits and I think some tea inside the water.
Some tea. It's still back to what we've been saying, you know, it makes you to lose a lot of water. You keep going to the toilet. The toilet is like your best place in the house whenever you're on these detox teas because you're losing a lot of water. And then over time, you are at the risk of becoming nutritionally deficient of certain nutrients because you're losing a whole lot. And then there's what we call electrolyte derangement. Now those electrolytes are useful minerals in the body that help to maintain vital processes. Now when you keep on taking these detox teas and losing a lot of water, those electrolytes will become deranged. Their values will become less or too high, and at that point they become toxic and they can cause more problem.
All right, so me, I'm very stubborn. I like my smoothies. I'm a smoothie person. I have a smoothie bottle. I walk around with this a lot myself. But I just want to, you know, clarify something. If, for instance, you've gone for a test and maybe you've noticed that you've been ill for a while, or maybe you have headaches, or the doctor eventually tells you after this test that you need to detox, is it then okay for me to go around with my smoothie bottle?
In such a case, there's an indication for it. You've seen the professional. You've seen those that know what they're doing. Not people that don't. There are people that, you know, it's trending. If you go to Instagram, a lot of people are selling it and they're making huge amounts of money. Many of them don't even know the physiology behind the whole thing. So if you've seen a professional who knows that, okay, toxins are built up in your body because maybe you have an infection or whatever, prolonged illness, and okay, you need to. Maybe in such a case, it's fine, but not when there is no indication for it and you begin to take it on your own and someone is, you know, cashing in on you, making a whole lot of money from you because they know that you're desperate to lose weight. In such a case, it's not good.
All right, so for those of you who have cartons of this detox stuff at home already and have bought like a basket of fruits to make into smoothies, I'm not saying throw them away. I'm saying go get checked, go to a professional, a nutritionist, and find out exactly if you need this detox as much as all the things you bought or not. But if not, hey, just stick to the good old balanced diet. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for coming to the studio once again.
Thank you for having me.
I have a smoothie to drink.